them over and continue this run into the upper finals? We'll find out with Vansili and Rivington on the call.
Oh, please, no.
Thank you so much, Mimi and our friends at a desk and a clown. Yes, definitely. I feel, you know what? I'm gonna try to turn this into a positive thing for Leviathan, because yes, maybe the Rays didn't look the best for Leviathan when Takolia was playing it, but they still won against Cloud9, 13-7 on that map.
Wow.
So there's still some hopes here, when also KRU lost in overtime against Cloud9 from what I saw when they were playing a double controller, using a Jet instead. Now that could be the downside now for Leviathan, because Kesnet gets to play that race.
Respect to Vansili for trying to find something, some kind of belief.
Jet didn't have before. But this is not something that KRU is studied for.
Okay, KRU on defense, LEV on attack.
How this chess match is going to go down.
I feel like Leo has just had world influence from Fnatic for fades.
Damn, spamming this with a sheriff.
No push on to B.
4-pass and push on pistol.
We're gonna go for that
Tons of pistols. 1-1.
So
Damn, we got the hub back, chat.
Looking to set a
It's
little
incredible.
bit of pace here. Very far up already, and it's actually just going to be a spawn fight to start us off on first round.
Yeah, thankfully,
3-pass and push all the way through.
On the attack side than there is on the defensive side. Paranoid to push out the defenders.
Yeah, the double there?
Back towards Rubble. There's only one player there.
This poor guy is a good nade though. Oh, it separates them with the spike as well, and the mollies are here to lock him in. Oh boy.
That's the spike.
How do you run out to look for a first kill?
Okay, Shy is trying to save him, but there's some low HPs here. This is still a very doable 2v3 for KRU.
Aware of the movement, but need to hit the shots. They recoup. They're going to go back for a light defense at the back of A and just try to predict the site here.
Yeah.
All the time in the world for Leviathan.
Thankfully, again, power.
Damn, they considered going back. We look over at the minimap and we have the 2-person stack over towards A. They've gambled right here, and we have a low HP.
Gambling on this stack for both Davies and Nags.
They cut a lot of sound. They're trying to make it look like they're going somewhere else, but that's the high HP down. Look at this double stack. Man, Shy's on for a round though. 12 HP still, has to get the ace.
Safe plant away from the nano swarm. Low HP.
Yeah, he knows.
Against the ghost. Using as many obstacles as possible. Shy looking for timing.
Oi, nicely done from Davies here. To be honest, Shy tried his best in this one. Just hoping that his team could have done something else. Nice, nice gamble stack over towards A as well. They owned it.
I think misjudged on the second portion of
and honestly, in terms of the confidence, damn, that's a real confidence killer. Everyone really wanted that pistol's coming from left here.
And a quick kill by Davies to lock up the round, doing great in clutch situations.
Yeah, calm with it.
Start this one off with another pistol round for themselves, and that momentum.
Okay, Sheriff's coming out in terms of the pistols again. It's 2-1 now.
Yeah. Again, such great calls on the fly from KRU.
Yeah.
With that stack that they had on the A site, their read was, okay, well, they saw our 3 guys working on the A site, so in Leviathan's point of view...
Flash goes out over towards A. It didn't hit anyone, so now we stack B a bit heavier, and it's looking like we're going to... I mean, looking like we're actually going to have 3 over towards there.
From Shy, but unfortunately fell short. This time around, round number 2, disadvantage for Leviathan.
Damn, they get aggro with the guns.
Forming up these orbs. Shy is actually 1 away from a lockdown, which again,
look at the timing of it as well. Oh my goodness, did they just check him? Okay, that's the spike again.
They use the orb timing so well. Hearing, like you said, the orbs getting farmed, they start to push, the door opens. Kesnet closes it quick on 2 members.
Yep. Almost a wall bang, TP away, shrouded step from Melzer out to safety, and sprinting towards the A side is Klaus, moving over for the heal. Still, Takolia getting a nice little pick. I was just about to mention Kesnet from those 3 kills and on that death is also moved. They're very, very close to a showstopper to help.
Okay, they're at least getting a good amount from this.
Will use his lockdown on the next.
All right. Lev realizing KRU's playing this a little loose, going for the shots, going for the hits. One more.
Oh, close. 2 bullets,
right
1 bullet.
A chance for redemption. Prove the haters wrong.
It's good damage done no matter what.
2 versus 1, not for him, but still has a sheriff for wall bangs. If it does come down to a 1v1 almost. As it does just on time, Klaus
Yeah, it's still good damage done. Save the 2 rifles in this. I think there is a better rifle. Yeah, that's why he's going to go pick it up. Better rifle. And Klaus closest to his ult on this one.
A Bulldog and a Phantom to bring into the bonus round, so they should be feeling all right. Davies may have a low buy here, but KRU on the momentum, reading the map already. And almost having the back of Leviathan on a few of the engagements here, just to show you how far they are into the heads of Leviathan on these low buy rounds. But now we have weapons.
Let's see how the bonus goes. Nervous for the bonus, for sure. Okay, double. Yeah, it's good bonus. It's a very good bonus. Pistol buys an extra gun on this. Shy has his ult though, so that should be the difference maker for sure. You can use this one nice and early. I think they just need to keep it simple, we'll see. Speaking of ults as well, we're going to be one away from Taco's ult with that orb. He's orb there if they want it.
Saw Kesnet in that doorway last time.
Satchel to try and break some of the util over towards here. As we can see, it's a little bit more passive.
Kesnet's farm. Taco's farm. And then they make their way.
Oh, you have a molly for him? Okay.
Is going to be that final.
They're playing double close here. Are they baiting this, or are they both on top? Both on top, okay.
Nice little piece of utility here to try to flush out towards rubble.
That's nice though, with the Prowler that just went in, they realized that they've fallen back and they create the question mark, so they know there's at least 2 people here staying here. So we go into the C hit for this one. Killjoy ult.
All this Killjoy utility, and then the delay of Nag's Viper bites. It doesn't look like it's going to stop Leviathan for too long.
Paint shells are going to be important here. Lands on the ground, breaks that cage utility, will give a chance for Leviathan to move inside the C site.
30 seconds left.
Ground gain, Leviathan.
Dude, the spike is so far away, they're going to get into a good position here.
The spike moving in.
And they have guns to spam this. They have heavy pen guns.
KRU getting ready already to flood back. Nice shot by Takulia. Now activates the
And the satchel stuff as well.
Big flash now.
Okay, they still get the plan up.
Confirming is the plant going down for Leviathan. Klaus looking for the wall bangs with the Sheriff. Sprayed across. Takulia supporting his teammates once again. Leaves up to Kesnet with 3 HP.
Alright, nicely handled him. 1 person dying. Did use double into this though, against the bonus, so they should be pretty happy. There's 2 people that buy armor, and there is 1 person that has to rebuy a gun. So in terms of this though, it just looks like it's just a big round for KRU, because they can't buy next.
Nicely done. Taco getting a lot of priority frags here to get the nade again. Make sure this is a Leviathan round. And that was just a kind of a tried and true strat, right?
Yep.
It was known they were going C. They still pushed through. They had the hits with the ultimate.
Kesnet has his ult. They're 1 away from. Oh man, they're 1 away from a lot.
Too much trickery.
Whoa, they double. Yeah, they double pushed out here early, man. So yeah, they went for early A control, and they went for early defense of A. But they had 4 people here, and honestly, just number diff and util diff.
But only gets that 1.
Looking like a great round for KRU.
Now for Leviathan, as the last 2
Keeper, what's up, bro?
To get it towards the C side.
You just take a moment to think. Like, all this action happened. Nags didn't move. Not a bit. Cemented to anchor this site.
Has to. All of that utility from Killjoy so far away, not in range of a turret, so to get information, need to put some bodies there. And not only does he get information, he gets the pick off, leaving Nosware at a big disadvantage. 3 versus 1, 2 flanking from the C side from KRU.
Heavy push behind him.
Spike now going down.
Turret's about to come in range. There it is.
Good play here by Nosware. Masking now all that
Went on after
information.
the smoker.
And as the smoke
Okay, nicely
dissipates,
handled from KRU. Man, KRU looks so good. They just think of everything. This was nice as well. They're done out over towards A is great. And they're talking about it now. It's kind of pinging where the nade landed. I'm pretty sure.
With an ultimate here for Leviathan. They've got to be able to break and hold the sites with regular utility. And just as I said, there's so many tricky things being tried here by LEV. They go to get in front.
What do you do against KRU tomorrow? Give up, man. The gods. They're on a run. There's nothing you can do. Keep up.
Just does not seem to be affected by the pressure. They're thriving in it. And they're looking for it to come from Leviathan. They know LEV's going to be a bit aggressive.
There's nothing you can do.
So far, great map reads. Beginning of the round to end here from KRU. All defuses though, so we see that Leviathan is getting to the site, getting the spike down, but the post plant is not occurring for them.
Yeah.
This is nice as well. So the round prior, they use 4 people here and a lot of util to shut this down. We go into this one, they still go aggro over towards A, but they use none of the util into the beginning, so they kind of condition them into not running out over towards here. We're having a lot of mind. Uh-oh. Having a lot of mind games.
But he's playing on the top of the boxes right there. Read it like a book.
This can't be what they're doing in their big buy round. Why the hell are you doing that? No, in terms of the comp, no flashes to get through any of this as well. But they always do have the prowlers to help them get out, or an eye if they want to wait a little bit. But yeah, they just felt confident. We got to shout out KRU because that was a nice play, obviously in front of their wall. But
where it is costing them members, like you said, fans, hardly getting to the site.
In the big buy round?
Yeah.
It's too hard.
It's almost one of those positives there of getting.
See, this is where we kind of this is where a lot of the time you can't like just straight up copy a team's comp if you don't understand it. So when teams are doing this 45-second one way over towards here, you'll watch Fnatic. They're doing pressure here, they're doing pressure here, they're like breaking util here, they're just causing pressure over towards C. Sometimes they'll do their combo over towards C, etc. Just waiting for the 45 seconds to go. So that then once the 45 seconds are gone, this guy's used all of his used all of his smokes, then they can start going out. Right, there's a 15-second window where this guy isn't going to have any smokes, and they will never force through this. The only way you're going to force through this is if like Chronicle has his smoke and he plays it close and he tries to walk out, but a lot of the time they never try and risk it through that. Again though, still will say, nicely done from KRU for getting in front of the wall. And they just kind of look ahead of it all at the moment. Now we have the mind games as well, like I said, over towards A. They wanted to get out early and they didn't use any util, so maybe KRU are going to do their heavy punish with 4 people again. We don't really know.
Despite the amount of rounds that they were currently winning, so good job for Shy to fend that off. And now the timeout to try to, at least in the few rounds that we've seen, how do we break that defensive barrier from KRU?
Does this hurt on his stock at all? I think the only thing we can definitely say is like, I don't know. I think he's a hard worker. I think sometimes you gotta just accept that you need to give your team a lot of time off, especially when it's a season like this. It can be a lot. Yeah, from what I'm hearing, the time off is not what I would say is enough.
And having maybe a Sky in a situation could flash higher than a Prowler or the Haunt would be able to reach. So
yeah. I mean,
with this comp, I think LEV
time off. What's that? Keeper, where were you for the first 2 weeks after the season?
Because they've been walking into traps.
At least into that trade-off, yes, you lose the Astra and you can add too many stars in that Robo, but they still have a paranoia from Melzer, right? So if they want to try to use that from that entrance on the A side and try to push that away.
You had 4 days off, and you're the 6th. I heard. So the rumor that I've heard is they had less than that. That's all I'm saying.
Pieces of those flashes for preventing post plants retakes from KRU. But again, you really haven't had a chance to really fend that off unless it was that success off of Shy's lockdown.
Okay.
So why not use that utility first and see if you're at least able to win those gunfights?
1 minute. All right, we go back into this one. Punish over towards C. We change it up from KRU. This is more like what we normally see.
Leviathan staying towards the spawn.
There is that paranoia that we wanted to talk about, that we wanted to see.
Doesn't check. Triple swing countered back by a flash out from Klaus. Bunch of utility coming out. And Kesset just wants to fight it with everybody else. Lower HP or actually Leviathan. And finally, as you see,
there's a big duel going on here. Wow, nice timing. Do they see him?
That's crazy.
No.
How much they just fought for Mound. A little bit of orb control to start this one off, and they disperse again.
King has got so much map control. It's wild right now.
If they time it right.
Why do I feel like Melzer feels like he's here? Yeah, they did see him. Big duel. Gets info on this guy. Nice trade as well. Killjoy goes in that spam ball.
Forcing out a lockdown early. Can't really spam it out, and there you go. Finally through the wall bangs, the Vandals drop it.
Big jaw on sight.
We're stuck in the sight to tap, forcing the enemies out. And this is actually a really good round for Leviathan from the pivot from the C to the A site.
Yeah, it's the pivot that did it, because we know they didn't have utility to get into A.
Right.
Great firepower and teamwork, though, because that's what it calls upon when you've used everything just to battle for Mound. Yeah, Lev with the quick switch here. And
I mean, shout out to King. He did great. I didn't fully see what the smoke was. It looked like it was a smoke on the floor and not the one way. Maybe that was gave him the signal that they didn't have to, that they had nothing over towards here. But he just kind of walked all the way up with the pressure over towards C here. So good read from him. Nicely done. KRU honestly might just go back to just playing C passive, I would imagine, and then just go back to how it originally was.
The team transferring from site to site. King has been huge.
Yeah. Definitely seen some more here out of Taco. Shy almost getting an ace. So
they got some ults into this. I don't know how KRU are doing in terms of ults though. Let's look out. Yeah, it's
putting up a big fight, right? Remember the map that they won against C9.
This is huge though. Fade ult to take site, and then they got Fade ult to take site, and then they got Viper ult to kind of secure the after plant.
Nightfall.
Yeah, when you look at Fnatic, they got a few ult strats on this one for this. KRU going for the heavy take, but do they... No, okay, still no util. Just reactive util if they say anything. Going for a faster C on this fade ult. Let's see the combos.
There the flashes towards Waterfall, and they're going to hit it. Nightfall comes out, and the team has not entered yet.
Oh, it's a lot of util. They definitely get into sight. What's the Viper ult like? Have they got the good Viper ult that covers here and reaches over towards the spike? Oh my, they tried to fast retake here through the smokes. I'm not entirely sure what the flashes were like.
The plat now comes in for Leviathan. Melzer and Nags remaining for KRU on an attempt of a retake. No utility as well to re-clear.
Yeah, it's really hard for them to get into here. King has double molly, looking like he's so confident they're going to win this that he doesn't want to ult.
Them an advantage, an opportunity to swing through.
Little life of the Leviathan we know from the season. This aggression, taking everything they can without KRU being
nicely done. Yeah, and he saved his ult into this one, so they only used one, and they forced KRU down to an eco.
Giving themselves a great advantage here to carry out the rest of the half. Even down one, the momentum seems fully in their favor. So a hit to C.
Watch Pacific today? Yeah, we're going to try and sleep in between. Could be a little bit rough, but we'll see.
For this current round. What do they change next? We have not seen a lot of B play coming in from Leviathan at all. Whether it's through Baby Door, whether it's through mid, they've only played the extremities. So now, if they've
just might be a little bit tired.
Do they try a little bit of the mid? We'll have to see. This round can play out anyway, but the orb control is a definite to start off here for Leviathan. Taco with ult. Do they still decide to bounce in?
Smoke done. 1 HP.
Smoke's down, though.
1 HP.
Gonna be very difficult. Gonna have to come up with something big. While
surely he throws the hero gun over. He's got 1 HP.
With the exception of a
He's always gonna come get the hill. Does this guy consider this?
Showstopper available too?
How many did they get yesterday, right? I think 5, 6 throughout the whole
combo
LCQ
towards the
so
back.
far.
Good amount of damage. Yeah, you got to spam that after this. Oh man, they're missing some of the
trades it back. That was a
they're missing some of the stuff.
Kill.
Especially that showstopper we just mentioned available for Kesnit. So that's gonna dwindle the hopes of KRU of playing a good retake. So comes down now to those Sheriffs.
Pushed up on Mound. The focus can stay towards BC right now because of Melzer's positioning on A for KRU.
Soon to be high noon. Showstopper in.
Davies.
There you go. Gets picked and never checked inside. That orb of the poison cloud.
30 seconds.
Gets canceled.
What the hell is that prowler?
Through,
oh my goodness. So many people here. Times low. Look at the HPs. Killjoy would have to go down about 5 seconds earlier.
35 health for Lev.
He has a spam for this as well.
There's a turret down.
Dude, you gotta use your Viper ult, surely. Look at your HPs. You gotta even it down to your HPs.
And Davies has the angle. Shy trying to push through, headshot it, but it's a trade-off.
Whoa, okay. I was not expecting that. Fair play, nice shot from King. I can't believe this guy got the kill over towards Waterfall. Yeah, I thought that was... I mean, I was not favoring them in that. KRU did incredibly well, to be honest. I felt like that was in their hands. There was something that was really good here as well. They realized they were low HP and they realized the guy over towards Waterfall had the Sheriff, so they had to go for this plant in the back. So I was actually very impressed with how Lev handled this. Wait, are we in a supermarket?
Everybody feeling it. Guys trying to make a phone call.
What was that?
I can't even hear over there. That's what Lev's starting to
We're
prove
like a
for their
shopping mall or
fans.
something.
Let's see
What are
if
you
they can
saying?
get this
I
run.
can't hear you. King's too good.
We need more
got?
shine for the crown. Oh my, that's gonna be a timeout too. Quick few rounds, hemorrhage there by KRU, and it didn't actually look like they had an answer to what Lev was doing. Lev has just popped off a few rounds, and we haven't seen that from them this series yet. So
That's exactly they.
cobwebs are gone, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, that was a great example of the successes of what we praised Owner for many times in the rise of KRU, then the rise of Leviathan when they switched over there, is the amount of success he's getting out of these timeouts. So after that timeout,
still in terms of Lev on some of this stuff, and it is just handpicked, it is just Fnatic basically. They are still missing some things on some of these rounds which kind of make Fnatic so good. Like Fnatic get that kill here once they done the combo here, they get that kill and the guy hiding box. No one can hide box against them. Even spam this wall, like they're legit with it. In terms of KRU, they'd call a timeout. Maybe we're going to use a lot of util over towards A.
Much more passive though.
Dude, yeah, I was looking at Mazzino here and I was thinking, man, this would be another fast death for Mazzino coming in. He looked ready to go for it. So, A control with one person, 45-second, one way coming in, so that means they need to go do all of their defaults over towards here, which they are. Killjoy ult, Raze ult, oh my. So double Viper ult, and then double Viper ult, Raze ult on defense, and then Killjoy on attack.
Patient play from KRU throughout the beginning of the LCQ. They're okay waiting that clock down.
One of my favorite things see Killjoys do is kind of shy just through.
Yeah, you got another one-way coming in here, so what do you want to do?
Able to get somebody to shoot that so they get a slight idea of where the guns are positioned, where they're going to see defensive players. And even that little information helps.
And lockdown's ready.
42 seconds. They still.
Mazzino's
gonna have another fast death if he keeps going like this.
But Shy's still very far away, exactly. So it has to potentially be an early push forward from the rest of Leviathan.
They're going.
Saw that Nags almost wanted to bring out that Viper's Pit.
Oh, it's gonna be low on that. Not much time.
Out and ready. It's out in the air. Kezet lands it onto Takolia.
Nice trade. Nice shots going in. No time on this. Really? I mean, he's gonna be able to get a plant. We'll see.
10 seconds left.
But now that window of opportunity.
Can I go to backup Sheriff or anything? Wait, he just runs at him. Okay, nicely done from Klaus. Nicely done. Yeah, I don't know. Lev, it feels like, so when Lev have been doing this in practice, it feels like they've never faced someone that has gone against, gone over towards A and done this one way the whole time. Because they're kind of not reacting the way that Fnatic do. And I just want to do a huge shout out to KRU at the moment because they're playing the most perfect way you can play against this comp. Again, there's no flash, right? There's no flash on it, so literally it's so hard for them to enter over towards a site here. So when this one way comes up for 45 seconds, pretty much nothing you can do. You have to just respect it, and that is what a lot of the time what Fnatic will do. But they're just too indecisive. It feels like once they're so set on going A, yeah, it feels like their backup plan never really gets called. And I think this timeout's good. This is the second timeout they've done, and they just need to accept when this Omen one way comes out over towards A. That is here until literally 45 seconds. Like that is here the whole time. So they just need to kind of accept that, really. They could group up at like 1 minute or like 50, but they just got to accept this. And maybe that's what this timeout is about. We'll see. Also, they're not using their nades over towards A, so this timeout could also be let's force out over towards A. In which case, I wonder if KRU's going to do their heavy punish. There's a lot of stuff going on, really. But yeah, again, shout out to KRU, realizing what the Fnatic comp is not good at, and in terms of game plan, this is the best way to handle it. It really is. Just get control of A all the time, smoke it off, and then they have a lot of trouble getting through the choke points. They normally end up just kind of bursting over towards here and now.
A rubble once again. They'll gain the control this
C punish, not expecting them to get out over towards A early, but as we can see, instant over towards A. There's a big duel going on. He has no idea that 3 people have crossed. That's wild. He had no idea that 3 of them crossed there.
Photographer falls.
In reaction, they tried to kill the Omen. Omen just has to kill one. He just saw Taco going over towards him.
Melzer's inside the site, punished. It's going to be Shy moving forward as the rest of them anchors, but there's a gap a bit. If people are going to rotate over towards the baby door, Seeker's coming out on a defense. As all of crew
Seeker's dog getting a lot of space. Spike still not here, has to go through door. There is 4 people here real early. And they have a Viper rule if they know a good retake one. If Davies gets a kill, it's huge. Davies gets a kill, that's kill jail. And they have no one to spam this unless someone goes through door. And they can... Oh, they have no...
Enough time. 40 on the clock.
Gonna get caught, though. Shy, though, gets the pick. It's traded off by Davies.
Wait, what the hell's Kesnet doing?
So far away towards Rubble.
Okay, it's fine. Kes is buying a lot of time on this one. Going all the way around. He wanted to play over towards here, but the door was done. Oh my, they didn't expect him here. Oh my god, they hurt him. This is crazy. 15 seconds left.
So smart.
Man, level up a loss, bro.
They have to push back towards the A site because they have no time left. 10 seconds. It's Davies with the off angle.
Damn, nicely done from him.
The lineup on the last 2 players of Leviathan.
Yeah, I mean, this is a good demonstration. You know, for a lot of people, and like I see the forums and stuff. Everyone calling like Boaster, Botster, and stuff like that. I get it, but this is a prime example of picking up a comp and not having a good understanding of it, because honestly the protocols and the reactions that Fnatic have are so perfect, so perfect, and LEV don't have them. So they're struggling hard.
The Odin.
That's how you answer.
Yeah.
Okay, an Odin.
And yeah, when you kind of this is a good example of those kind of teams that just handpick a comp and is just like, yeah, well, this is the best comp at the moment, but they don't have an actual good understanding of why it works and how it works. So we'll see. Honestly though, saying all of this, it is a very good comp on defense, so this is still doable.
Stops the push from Crew, who readjusts now on a 1-3-1 position. Around this
One-way smoke's gonna be here. They gotta wait another. Yeah, this guy's gonna be holding this lineup for the next 20 seconds.
And Shy's responsibility now is to work on how Crew's adapting here on this triple push at long B. King with support, King the fall, and even Melzer.
Nice shot from Melzer. They tried to jump on him.
Duels are not being won now for
Yeah, they didn't look good enough.
Round number 11 underway. Mazzino trying to look for a alert kill. Force a rotate back.
Sundance, what's up? Sundance 30 with the Prime. Thank you so much for the 3 months. Thank you very much, bro.
Failed for Leviathan as
yeah, what a strong performance.
Last 2 weapons. The economy's so low now on the attack. You're hoping at least to cut your losses to a 7-5 half.
Crew avoiding the Odin on this one. King goes down again, still having first blood troubles throughout the maps, but that strategy is really good to counter what Crew has been doing, to push on to Rubble to get up in their face. But every time we've seen Leviathan not rush something, that gives Crew enough time to own the map. And even it was such a good counter with the Odin, we see it all the time. And it can slaughter a team.
And it's not like they're going around and picking up orbs or anything.
They are using everything to an advantage, and it's crazy.
Yeah. It was a good read still, though.
It was a great read.
They anticipated that triple push from Crew out.
They haven't even tried B once. They haven't even broken any of the util over towards B.
Tiny bit slower on the ADS with the Odin there.
Crew's map ball? Right yeah, Crew's map ball looks legit. Omen flash in this one as well. Like, I like this. Man, Crew are looking decent. They go for the B hit this time. They take door control. They have a judge on this. It's actually a hard retake for this. It's a real hard retake.
Nice shot there from King right after Nightfall. Coming out towards that B side. The judge is
close. That's a nice shot though. One more.
Close range battle. Big flash from Klaus.
Oh, he just spoiled a little bit of time there. It takes no damage though.
Now up to 3 players alive on the pole spine. Counter Pit coming out on the defense as well for Crew.
Yeah, pit on pit. Good luck to the observers.
Against Klaus gets dropped. Now the shorty of King. Evens up the tally. Oh, so low.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
1 HP, Klaus at 21. The pit falls, but Shy plays the long range.
How much HP are they going to get
Now
back?
there's no time, at least for...
Ooh, doesn't even matter. Okay, they get 5. The comp's pretty good on defense. I'm not sure it's 7 good, but it can be. My issue is they were missing a lot in terms of like the protocols and stuff that Fnatic have.
The last bit of fights, how they're pressuring and pushing each other. I honestly don't understand how they're able to come up with the answers each round. It takes that kind of firepower, and we've seen it from KRU and LEV.
Okay.
Well, at least so far here, River, seeing that this
What a
is
really good half
close,
from KRU though.
But those 2
Super
timeouts
impressed.
are already being
Good game
used
plan,
by
perfect game plan
Odin.
against the
Well,
comp.
Raptors are gonna be able to do it
Executed
here
well,
on the
especially
second
starting
half, so we'll
off
have to toss
heavy
it
with
over
using a
back
lot
to
of
Desk.
damage here, condition them to not wanting to go out towards A, then every single
The
time.
Leviathan fans seem to be reminiscing on the times when this was a stomp in their favor, but times have changed here. It's no longer the moment that Josh is dreaming of. It's a moment where KRU is stomping in this one. On map 2, 7-5 at the half, they've continued their dominance.
That's
We
so
saw in
good.
the first run.
Positivity.
Positivity.
That's the name of the game here. Listen, KRU been popping off individually. A lot of players having really dominant form, and LEV actually keeping it close at times. Huge performances from King. We already know this guy's capable of a lot. And I mean, he was turning up the entire time. I can't take this guy.
And Shy stepped up that half as well. 50
Yeah.
kills, I think. And I
Yeah.
think Taco's having a better map, like kind of what they need. I mean, it's 5-7 half. They didn't get much, but 5-7 without pistol, not the end of the world.
You can see the light at the end of the tunnel. I think for a LEV potential, bringing it back, come back, whatever. But also, you got to talk about KRU. This is a monumental moment for them because you think about it, they're ahead. It's a narrow lead in terms of it, but they're able to take the title back in terms of being one of the best teams in LATAM, at least between these 2 teams.
And those are the 2 best teams in LATAM, and the guy at the front of that has continued to be Kezin. He had a world-beating map number 1, something like 400 ACS at the end of that one. And it seems like he has just kept that performance into the second map as well, Vanity.
I'd say he slowed down a little bit, but I think he's probably still at like 300. So if that's slowing down, then we'll take
240,
it.
not bad.
We'll take that.
I mean, that's not bad at all.
That's still a great half.
But no, I definitely agree. Definitely slowed down, and it was down to, again, those heroics, but
Bro,
still some
slowed down
missteps
easy.
individually. Listen, there's
It's
things we could dive in
defensive
on. I'll
loads.
leave that to Joshua.
I think you gotta give
this
him
guy
that.
is, yeah, we don't really need to say much. He's not on camera. He's posing for it, though. But this is an important match. We really can't stress enough how good this is for KRU as an org, as a team, the entire players as well, after going winless in the regular season on the verge of beating their regional rivals.
Remember how long it has been since KRU has been considered the best team in LATAM. They were the kings for a long time. These rosters have gone back and forth. But now KRU is but a half away from reclaiming that title and taking down a wounded Leviathan. We'll have to see if that squad, if Leviathan can recover, though, as we head into the second half of Lotus with the casters.
And just to
Never lost
reiterate
faith
once again,
in LEV.
timeouts from Leviathan have already been used all towards this first half when Leviathan was playing
I've lost
on
a
their
huge
attack
amount
side.
of
And usually
faith.
on this map
Even
here,
if they
think about
manage
it,
to win
Lotus,
this map,
very
in terms of
attacker-sided. Now
how
you have
they're
to be
looking, you
pristine
cannot
here
look
on your
this like
defense
this
with what you're
and
throwing
win
out for
last chance
Leviathan.
qualifier.
And you're hoping the
Like
next starts down in the
And we see this.
my faith is in the bin. I'll put that out there. They have to look way better. They have to do it. If anyone watched MA in terms of EMEA, they have to do that. They have to look like a completely different team if they play again. Okay, and we force them into a turret. So heavy push over towards here, wanted to crunch, force them into a turret, but they do manage to get here. They put the wall up. Oh, it was nice. The almost combo of the tether right click was
Turning
there.
back around. Shy wants to push now. KRU is absolutely reading everything
They're
that
all
Leviathan is
over
doing
them.
here.
They are all over them.
Staying in spawn is 5 to begin the round.
Why does it feel like there's literally
chat?
Chat. Let me quickly sum this up.
Okay.
We push here. We push here. Right.
That's exactly it.
We have this control. We are now these two over towards here. This wall is up and there's a turret. There is a turret here. Okay, this guy on A can see that this Viper wall is not up. Why the hell are they pushing here when they know they're in this area with 4?
With the IGL of Leviathan.
God damn, bro. This is
with the
like...
ghost.
This is
Looking
bad.
to reclaim at least a C site now as it gets planted for KRU.
Just the creep in. Basically walks
1v3 is
into a crossfire
doable.
once he does get
Got the
deep
smoke
enough.
if he gets a few kills
There's a first
to cover it.
Davies
That's
gonna
not
hide it. No,
just straight up swing.
Davies
Man,
just waits
nicely
for
done from
Klaus.
Klaus. Nicely, they're good
Already
reactions
four
from
torch.
Crew.
That
I'll
Sky
give them that,
ultimate
but
torture Seekers here for the second half.
yeah, not the best reactions
Very
from
quick
Lev.
round there
In terms
that
of the
Leviathan
pistols, we're
tried
looking
to
at a
produce.
3-1
Crew
and a
just seems to have
2-0.
Such good, not even mid-rounding, but in the moment calls, whether it's mid-round, late round, or beginning of the round. They have an A, B, and C to the strategy they're running, and it never looks too discombobulated when they do it. They are quickly attacking Leviathan's flank, and then looking forward for another kill on Shy, just to capitalize even more on your first round. So, what do they do here? Do they still wait for Leviathan to activate? I think we'll see Crew move a
Okay,
little
in
slow,
terms
and then
of
blast into the
this,
site here.
we got a
Crew doing a little bit of the
full
Leviathan
4-1 apart
TP
from
on the
a
other side from the dark cover out from Melzer,
oh boy.
but no haunt to fall, of course, because they don't have
full
a fate to
eco
work with,
apart
but
from
still
the frenzy.
principle of the initiator supports them. Klaus moving forward with that initial
Might be right though. They
flash,
might be coming back over towards A.
forcing
Let's
a
see
little bit
how
of utility
strong they hold.
to come out from Leviathan to start, but this is all a ruse. They're going for a 5-player stack now for Leviathan towards the A site, and Crew thinks they've read the map perfectly, and they're about to walk right into this.
Watching the back already, Leviathan.
Gamble might pay off, but honestly, they'll probably send some feelers out, and then they can pivot over towards B.
Control, but it's all about A here.
Okay, not too
And I
many
believe there's a
feelers. 3
footstep
people
right
come in.
outside by Crew just now.
But this is nice. They're still going to see that the site's clear, and then they're going to explode. So honestly, Lev can get some damage here.
To come out and get flood right through. And
Got
you're
no
hoping
Omen
that all
flash
of
or
these
anything, though.
classics will
Too
pay off.
quiet.
All of it becomes no contact. Plays for Crew walking in. King falls first. There's a nade, there's a C, the haunt rather, but it's a little too late to get any type of fruition there for Leviathan for the retake. All dropping like a deck of a house of cards rather. And a flawless round.
I mean, they
that
did
comes
some
in for
damage.
Crew.
There was some chances. Why? Oh man.
It doesn't feel like do or die since there's more rounds, but you almost feel like Lev needs
You
this
Srain,
bonus
what's up,
round
bro?
with the way
You
things
simmered
have
the
been
4
going right
months.
now in Crew's possession
With the
of
4 months.
lead.
Did we try and did we try and
Walking
combo
in
a
here, this is a
nade
good
and a
read
fade
round
eye,
too.
and then we tether default?
Seeing that Leviathan wanted
The
to play all
default
the way back in sight, how you
nade
might
tether
see the
would've
next
killed
one of their
too.
saves. Crew realizing Leviathan is pressured to create these type of trap plays.
Okay, we get into the buy round.
Sometimes you force your opponent's hand that much. Towards B, mid, and C. Or A, rather. I think Crew right now, they continuously look for the information.
Crew are
that
doing
they
great,
getting
though.
from Leviathan.
They're just
Few
going
shots,
around
okay, that's a
default.
vandal. A
We
little
got
bit of
mollies
util
that are
there, but now we
destroying
know who else
mollies.
is here.
We got the bonus round
Just a
looking
quick peek in.
really good. We got an
As Odin
ult to give us the
suffers
advantage
decay,
into
and they're
this
out
one.
knowing a little bit
Satchel
more
to try and
about the
break more
C site.
stuff just in case. What do we got for the alarm bot?
So patient.
Got a shot
Yep.
for the alarm
There's
bot
a
as
little more
well. Look
util.
at this. We're 1 minute in.
Looks like A
This
may
one way's
be
been
a
up the
place
whole
that they end
time,
on this one
and this
for
is what
rotation from
honestly
Klaus.
Lev
So
should
just
be doing. This
global
is like how
presence they're
Fnatic
trying
do
to
it. They
show,
go around
getting
the map and then
Leviathan off
they
those
join up
original
over towards here.
defensive
45
positions, and right
second.
now
Guess
they could
what?
catch
This one way's
Casino
going
rotation.
down. How the hell has he done that? He's got. Has he got so many smokes?
Nades coming out on the defense from
Jesus,
Takuya.
no pressure over towards A. Didn't have to use
Alert
any smokes.
activated from Davies over a Crew on the C side.
Yeah.
What the hell?
But the rest of them are still
He's got another
trying
smoke in
to
this one. Actually, this could be
add
deadly. Is he going to
pressure.
one way over towards door?
Pass towards
It's
Rubble.
actually really hard now for that Crew to win
Door
this.
being open, 2 players of Leviathan holding behind that. Seekers coming out. You activate behind that. It's towards that B site. Snakebite coming in from the back spawn here from
They
King.
take so much
Maybe
control.
Hitting Nosware, trying to counteract here with his Prowler.
Bro, this
10
guy can't
seconds
hit a
left.
Prowler
The
right
plan
now.
is gonna be at a default spot on the B
These
site.
Prowlers have been awful.
Look. On this gun round, the bonus for Leviathan. Crew is taking site with 3.
Naxxed does a great job to hold out the angles here at the small door. And that's Leviathan to fall back and save.
Okay. Oh,
Nothing
man.
you could do here at this point.
Nothing. From all the way to C to a little bit of mid,
Player standing.
all the way to A and back
Chad, they
into
look
B.
worse.
Leviathan was not able to identify
They
practically
straight.
anyone.
Oh, like I'll say it.
Free
they look
map
worse.
walking, down by the beach, holding hands.
I've seen
telling each
3
other
missed
stories.
Prowlers.
Crew just has too much control right
3
now.
missed Prowlers.
Leviathan has
Simple
to get in the
nade
face.
tether combos are getting messed up. with
See
on
how
the
they
big
produce
buy
this
round on
next
attack,
round.
we're forcing
Scaled
through the one-way smoke
Even after
on the
plant,
round
they
that we
keep
have to
going, they
eco if
keep
we
hunting.
lose.
They know
We're not
they need to tag
defaulting properly on
everything
the
down onto
attack once we
Leviathan right now.
lose.
Klaus getting
Once we can't get
3K.
out towards A.
We already knew the Seekers were coming up quick.
This
for
is
him
their
on this
map
second
pick?
half.
Bro, they might as well have taken 4 weeks off.
And that
They
B
just have
hit.
all of it.
B call was perfect as well.
What were they doing with the tank?
Nanoswarm that popped off here from Davies that threw it down, and it broke one of the nanoswarms from Shy towards C. Hurt the Haunt as well from the late lurk. And then Seekers showing 2 guys on the A side and 1 on B. You identified everybody pretty much.
Yeah.
Nothing, unfortunately, that Leviathan could do on that retake on now. A stinger by playing as close as you can.
This has some legs though.
Trying to
I'll
gamble
give them
some
this.
sort of late pivot towards the B site.
They're gonna do something once there's no contact at one point, right? Oh my god.
Leviathan is going to have to close the distance as quick as possible with this stinger round. Crew has not been messing around. They're going to scale in here, probably put somebody on the A-halls too, right on the Viper orb, and just wait for this retaliation. A good smoke actually here from Leviathan to get a little space back. They're dropping into sight.
Paint shells just got thrown by Takulia, dispersing now the pulse planners of Crew. First one to fall comes in favor and an advantage for Leviathan for the retake. Kesdet blocked away by a
Got a
smoke.
lot of
Nice
after plan util.
push forward. A nice shot.
Whoa.
A second one from King.
That's nice
Now Kesdet
shots.
tries to fight back. The Stingers still continue
2
to hurt.
HP. Okay, nicely done from King.
Crew away as Leviathan
Maybe there's
finally
still some
shows
hope
a
into this one. They
beautiful
get some gun
display of a
upgrades.
retake on a
All I
lower
had to
bind.
do was just me to complain. Respect.
Bash and crash into the site. Stingers, they weren't
In
gonna
terms
work
of the
any
money
other
though,
way.
Crew
They
are
basically had to
stacked
get
with
within
money.
arm's
This
reach
doesn't
of
even
Crew
doesn't
to
even
make
come
that
close
happen.
to breaking their
And
money.
I think multiple rounds now, we've seen that work for Leviathan. The pressure, the chaos.
In terms of this though,
It just
someone that
throws
doesn't have a
Crew
lot of
for
money
too
is
much of
LEV.
a loop.
Even with this, they get 2 guns, so
Great
obviously 2 of them
timing
are really
on
good for money.
Paranoia.
But there's a
Into
few more.
King capitalizing on those kills. And then through the door, King comes up again. 3K for the Viper. And now Leviathan get a
It is a good
little bit of
comp
life. That's a
on
round
defense
they
as well if they
absolutely
steal a
needed
lot of
here.
the fanatic stuff.
10-6.
What do we got? The problem is Crew can just go. Whoa. Crew can just go around doing that, first of all. Nazino has so many fast deaths right now. For it. He's doing like an angel cosplay.
Snuffed right out.
All right, well, now advantage for Crew. Showstopper creating space. And a plat now comes in. Oh my god.
Spike planted.
You're kidding.
You're
kidding.
What can you do once again?
You can't.
Yeah, respect to Kesmet, man. He's
Every
owning
second
them.
luck
It's the
on
little
side of
things
Crew
that
there,
keep
yeah.
happening.
Yeah.
Seems like Crew just has the timing of these instances in their favor.
I mean,
today.
yeah,
The
he's all
moons are
over them.
aligning for the groupium.
He's so good. That's what we're talking about, though, in terms of like, there's just too many
Now they
rounds for
just
them
wait
to have
for this
these
one
ults.
to go off. Another save here from Leviathan. And not even the Odin's gonna make it.
It's where these prowlers
Insult
are
to
bugged,
injury
bro.
there.
That's what I'm
Every
hoping
answer
because
Leviathan's trying to bring to
it's
the map.
wild, isn't it?
Falling to
It's
the
dude,
wayside. King should
four
be able to stay alive.
4 failed
along
prowlers
with
so far.
Nazar here.
What?
But it's Melzer, it's Kesnet, it's Klaus, it's Davies.
4 that I've
Wait,
seen
hold
as
on,
well.
X,
We've
it's
been
the whole
we've been
roster.
around the
I'm gonna say
map.
it again. It's Adam.
Yep.
It's when you need them. They open up the round. Davies that time with a huge one. It leaves Leviathan wondering from the first few seconds.
It's also the Crew fans, actually, that have been...
Okay,
fairly
what can
loud.
Crew do on this one? What do we got? Loads of money.
And the run begins.
This guy's got a
They're running
classic.
so fast, Sideshow's gonna have to buy them all new shoes. They are on the run.
Nags gets
Maybe you
a
skip-
plant
can't go
or an
plant
orb.
shoes. Those aren't easy to run in.
Yeah, you just trip.
Okay, let's
Gotta
check
buy
out
new
their
shoes.
straight up fast A. They're gonna hold this. They use a nade. They
Focusing
use
a
a
little
flash,
control
just
over
trying to
towards
punish
the
in
A
case they go out
side.
towards A. Let's look at Crew's
Crew
reaction for this one. We take a lot of map control. We're getting orbs. Klaus gonna have his orb
Snags is
soon.
just gonna play with that rubble area.
Now they're gonna go over towards here. We're gonna try break some util
so
maybe.
Attempt this C take
Ooh,
to get a reaction
contact
out
in.
of Leviathan. Spike's not even here.
They don't really need it. You're just gonna keep TPMing me with this
Fans.
much confidence that you have now for Crew. Pain shells on the back, keeping 2 players of
It's nicely
Leviathan
done there,
towards the
sure.
C side. A slight pivot as well from Takulia.
They kill
towards
the
B.
killjoy defense, which normally means that there's now a lot of pressure
That
over
feels
towards
I mean,
B
yeah,
as
you
well.
took down the Sky, you took down the Initiator, but now
Oi, this is how you do it. Take notes. The smoke to block it. The Omen flash in as well. Oh man, this is so good. Oh, they're so much better than them on this map.
Beautiful way of taking rubble control.
Taco. He just looked away. Vans. Can it ever go
Man,
right
KRU
in
is
these
so
situations?
good right now. Dude, they have protocols for everything. Their map pool looks crazy good.
As KRU continue to pick up these frags, just being in the right place, right time.
Careful here.
As they continue to rout the defenses of Leviathan.
Now two with
They actually have a really good shot at it.
outside of the site for KRU. There's nothing that Leviathan
Chat,
do
what
with the
map did
last
they
two
lose
players, King and
yesterday?
Oswer. Saving their weapon once again, but this is going to put KRU at map and series point with a big lead so far.
They lost split. Oh yeah. And that was only because they were playing the chamber wrong over towards A. And they didn't do that today.
Player standing.
For the side of KRU. You go on one site,
Oh no.
adjust how the defense
Right,
is
6
playing on
chances.
that site and gain info. Usually you're getting info
6
with
chances.
utility.
Dude, we
KRU
got
is
Pacific
using
tomorrow.
bodies
I'll
to
take a
get
2-0.
info right now. The anchoring of the trades to make everything work in their favor. Get this replay of just... Do you expect that? Do you expect a dry peak swing coming in from the team? This late too? Varying the ways they're taking a site. KRU is that's the little things they need to throw off Leviathan here. And we'll see again if they try to start this strategy of some going over this way towards C once again, some mid, and again, Mound over here.
Oh god, TP behind you. Ooh, nice trades. Teams there. Man, Kesnet's too good, bro. He's too good. This guy's insane at the moment. He's looking like old Kesnet, where it just like he can just win solo games. Oh, that's my bad. That happens so much recently.
Both players are there. And now he does. Both footsteps are coming out. There was a moment.
Right, we'll count it down. 6 chances down to 5. Money's still really good. I tell you what though, I've been pretty negative, but this was a nice reaction to push and take this angle to see if they were going to rotate back. So honestly, this is actually pretty good from left to go to here with 2 people. I liked it.
Love it. So that B area is becoming the majority of our fights between both teams. Right here. That's the big spot we've been looking at for the last few rounds, and it looks like it's going to happen again, Van Silly. They are all going for it. Door control, too, may have a big play here.
Especially when you have a lockdown. Beautifully read so far by Leviathan. Nightfall to push him back. Mauser watching the front, watching the pinch.
Big Joe.
Identifying that pinch.
And KRU backs up.
Yeah, you kind of 2 here, 2 here. Let's send it.
Yeah.
Okay, nice reaction. Dude, they got Killjoy ult for when they get the plant down. They got the Viper ult in. They did a 3-person, 2-person push when they have these ults. This is such a hard retake now. They got a little bit unlucky that they weren't here, but the reaction from KRU ended up being nice, and I don't know how they retake this.
Such an interesting pit. They can drop in from the back of sight and be safe, but
that helps.
Where's the first fight come from? Kesnet takes down Mazzino.
Elise now, as Mazzino falls, drop the lockdown. So an opportunity at least.
Oh, that helps as well. They take on the Viper pit.
As Nax that just got picked off by Noswer. It's back to a 3
nice
versus
kill,
1.
man. Kesnet is crazy good. Oh my god, Kesnet looks insane. Dude, they dominated them, chat. This was dominant. Love their game plan on defense as well. The game plan on defense was so good against this comp. Out of all of it, like that's how you play against this comp. Honestly, they probably played against it better than a lot of the teams play against Fnatic when they do it. Like that's the game plan that I think you have to use. This is really nice. It's just Fnatic's calling's just a bit better.
They're gonna have to start facing some of those teams from North America.
Yeah, I mean,
Are we gonna start believing now?
Are we gonna start believing?
I had I think my faith in Lev has finally gone. Finally gone because yeah, missing too much stuff here.
Game KRU do start their